hi, and hello to you. Let me get rid of this because we're not doing turn labels today. So far, you don't have to do this. I'm doing this for demonstration purposes. We can't win our game because if their place goes above however many spaces we have, it crashes, remember? Here's a refresher just in case you don't remember it crashing. Do 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 do. Do you know that tune? You should. Anyway, yep, told you it crashes. We're gonna fix that crash today. So this is a board game. There's all kinds of ways that you could define for the user to beat it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have both pieces get to the end, and then I'm gonna tally up their points, and whoever has the most is the winner. I'm thinking in terms of like, if I were having children do this to answer questions, I would want them to sit and answer the most questions. Another way you could do this is just whoever gets to however many points first is the winner. That would be legal, but I'm not doing that. You can figure that one out on your own. My first instinct when I was looking at this was to go over to wherever we had the enum, I think it was direction.gd, and define a new spot, and then, define this last spot right here as the new. So, there's value to that, and we may go back and do that depending when we get to like actually building what it does when it gets to the end. But for this, I think we can brute force this part of it with pure math. So let's look. This is where piece.place is getting added to. If we've got roll, it takes away from roll and it adds to piece.place. If piece.place goes over however many spaces we have, that's what causes the crash, because the game goes, dang dog, I don't got nowhere else to stick this piece, crash. So technically the crash happens here. Just to prove, I'm going to put a print statement here because this will probably prove instructive. Piece.place. It would be good to keep an eye on that variable. All right. So if we're playing the game, I want you to do all of this, Godot. Actually, you know what? Hey, Godot, if we're playing the game, or if piece.place is less than, how many spaces do we have? Well, let's come over here to spots and 1, 2, 3. Just kidding. We don't have to know that. We've got this array up here called game spaces right? Where is it? Aha, yep, game spaces. And if I just get the size of game spaces, I don't have to count any spots. And the nice thing about that too is if you decide that you want your board bigger or smaller, or you want to include different boards in your game, you don't have to go back through and count and then figure out if you got the count right and then mess it up while OBS is running. You don't have to do any of that. It's just right there. So if piece.place, if the piece's place is less than the size of the game board, you're probably still playing. So do all this junk. If it's not, if it hits game spaces.size, guess what, baby? That's the end of the game. So else piece.place. I'm going to set it equal to game spaces.size. Just in case you get into like some really crazy situation where roll equals like 100. Let's pretend. Well, okay. It will probably never equal 100, but let's say you're here where roll would probably equal 18, I think, and you get a 6. It doesn't do you any good to make roll equal 26 or 30 or 90. So just set it to equal to the size of game spaces.size. It's all fine. And then we want the other piece to have its turn. So I'm going to set dice can click to true. And then I don't want this function to do anything else. I want it to stop and go away. I don't think we've done this one yet. If you just type return, that tells Godot, like, okay, you see this function you're running? Quit running it. Go away. Get out of it. So watch. What did I set roll to? Yeah, 100 will be fine. Famous last words. Let me fire this up and show you. So here comes pink piece, and you can actually see it clicking down its little places. And the intended behavior is for pink piece to come here to the winner circle, as it were, the somehow different pink winner circle, and then stop and not crash. Look at that. So place did not go above 19, which is what we wanted. It's not 100. It's not moving anymore. Time for blue to take their turn. Dang dog, that's crazy. Let's fix that. Okay. You might have noticed this when we were typing. Just because I say that the dice can click doesn't necessarily mean that the turn flips over. And because I have it returning, it gets out of the function before it flips any turns. Oopsie doodle scoodle puff. Do you know how to flip a bowl? I could if pink piece turn. Pink piece turn. I sure could do all this. Equals not pink piece turn else. No, we can do this in one line. Hello. Equals. That flips any bool you have in one line. So if we get down here and this happens to be blue, now it's pink. If it happens to be pink, now it's blue. Very simple. We probably also want to see whose turn it is. Did you notice that the turn label switcher didn't come on? That's a little bit of a bad name for it because it doesn't really switch names, but it's okay. It's okay. It's going to be fine. Now watch. Pink should jet towards that winner circle. Someday. And it's blue's turn. Thank you for telling me. Click. Now blue can go. Yum. And we know the blue's roll is 100 too because we set it to 100. Even though you can see down here and see it's not getting up to 100. It's just getting set to 19 every time. I think, but I'm not sure. It does say pink's turn, but yeah, it doesn't let the other one go, which is perfect. That's what we want for right now. I am going to cut it here. Maybe next time we're going to add a nice like you win screen. Maybe we'll come up with a screen that'll say like, you have to wait for blue to go or whatever it is. We'll figure that out. In the meantime, I'm just going to play with this for an entire week. This is the only thing I'm going to do until you see me. You have an excellent time. Take it easy. Have a good one.